Hey, so today is a really exciting video. I've wanted to film this for a while now just because I know a ton of people that have recently got engaged or are getting married, or a ton of people that I'm doing their makeup for their wedding. So I just wanted to get up a look on this bridal makeup look. And I was gonna just, go with all the products that I usually like, but because I am like a college student, like I'm sure all of y'all know, and a ton of people I know that have gotten engaged are still in college, so probably don't have the most money. I wanted to do a completely affordable bridal makeup look. And so this is what I came up with. I would definitely say it's more on the natural side, at least in my opinion, because it's not like a dramatic winged eyeliner. I feel like it just really enhances like natural beauty. So if y'all want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So for primer, I'm using this Maybelline Master Prime. This is in the Blur and Smooth formula. This is just going to smooth out my skin and make sure my foundation goes on evenly and obviously last all day. And I've already moisturized my face, which is really important if you want your skin to look super healthy. Before foundation, I'm gonna go in and just make sure my under eye circles are not dark or anything, because I'm sure the night before your wedding you're not getting that much sleep. So I'm taking this NYX Dark Circle Concealer, which is just like an orange base, and I'm gonna put that right under my eyes. At least I know the night before my wedding I will probably be a nervous wreck. But this like orange base just cancels out any blue circles you might have. See like what a difference that made. It just really brightens everything up. For foundation, I know I've used this foundation in so many videos lately, but it just really is such a great foundation if you want everything to be full coverage. I used it in my cheerleading tutorial, and it just works really good for foundation to stay on all day. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This is in the shade 103, which is a little dark for me right now because I have zero self-tanner on and I'm naturally ultra pale. So I'm just gonna blend in a little bit of my Maybelline Matte and Poreless in the shade 120. So I really like to just work this foundation in sections, and I'm blending it out with the Real Technique sponge and just spending a lot of time applying your foundation and just really making sure it is blended will give that airbrush finish, which obviously you want your skin to look really airbrushed and beautiful for your wedding day. And also using a sponge will just help soak up any excess product just to make sure the foundation doesn't look cakey or anything. Now obviously blending it down on your neck. You don't want to have no makeup line on your wedding day, I would hope. Just my little spot on my side of my face that just does not take foundation. I feel like I'm gonna need 4 hours to do my makeup on my wedding day. So I decided that I am going to move back to my eyes. Just in case there is any fallout, I can clean it up with my concealer. For eyeshadow primer, I'm going to take my Milani eyeshadow primer. Just a tiny little bit of this. So for my eyes, I'm really going to focus on just really blending and making sure all the lines are completely seamless. I don't want to do like a harsh winged liner or anything, just because when I will be taking wedding pictures one day, I want my makeup to be really classic and not be like, why the hell are you wearing a freaking deep smoky cat liner shit, you know? For my eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Morphe 35W palette. It's just a really pretty neutral palette. A million shades for like $20 or something. So first, I'm gonna go in with this like skin tone shade right here. And I'm just going to set the eyeshadow primer I just put down. So I'm just gonna do that on a e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. So again, I'm really focusing on making sure everything's super blended and seamless. So I'm gonna take a bunch of different transition colors, go from lightest to darkest. So first I'm gonna start with this peachy color right here. It's just another matte color that's a tiny bit darker than my lid. And I'm just taking this on the same brush. Now I'm picking up this shade right here, which is just a little bit more of a neutral brown, and I'm using this on a Morphe 441 brush. and just putting this all in my crease, being a little bit more precise than the last color. And like always, I bring the color all the way into the inner corner because, like I've said a million times, I feel like I have wider set eyes, so bringing darker color into my inner corner just makes them look a little bit more even. And then I'll go back in with this e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush and just make sure everything's blended out. Now I'm just going a shade even darker and taking this neutral brown right here, and I'm gonna take this on the same brush and be even more precise with this. And I'm not really bringing this onto my lid because I'm gonna put a lighter color there. And then go back in with my e.l.f. brush and blend out again. And this outer edge I can clean up with concealer, so don't worry about that. For my darkest shade, I'm going to take more of a purpley undertone. Purples make green eyes stand out a lot, also like blue or hazel eyes, and brown eyes pretty much goes with anything. So basically, this color will look good on all eye colors, but especially green eyes. So I'm taking this plummy reddish tone, and I'm just going to put this in my outer corner, really focusing it there, and then once I have less color, I'm going to bring it in. Once I feel like I have enough product down on my eyes, I'm going to go back in with the Morphe 441 brush and just blend out the edges very carefully. And I don't have any extra product on this brush. And then one trick I always like to remind people, if you feel like you went a little too high on your eyeshadow or you just want it to be blended more, I'll take that original shade I first used that matches my skin tone, and I'm just going to take the big e.l.f. fluffy brush again and just blend at the top. So for my lid color, I'm taking this pretty champagne color right here. You can't really tell on camera, but it has like a little bit of sparkle to it. And first I'm going to wet my brush with my setting spray, which is just the Urban Decay setting spray. This is just going to make the eyeshadow stand out so much more. Then I can take this same brush and blend out the edges. For eyeliner, you really can use anything that you prefer, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with a black eyeliner just because that's what I'm used to. I always use black. But if you are like less into makeup, a brown would be really pretty as well. So I'm just gonna use this NYC liquid liner, and I'm just gonna do a really thin line on the top of my lashes just so that I can hide the lash band for when I put on lashes. And then I'm going to put on a coat of mascara. Obviously, it's really your wedding day. You want to use waterproof mascara, but I don't feel like scraping it off today, so I'm just going to use regular mascara. And this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. For lashes, I'm using the Salon Perfect 615 lashes. Some other really great ones are like Demi Wispies or just regular Ardell Wispies. I just put on my Duo Lash Adhesive. This is the dark shade because I feel like it blends with the liner so much better than the clear. And I just put a very thin layer on. I'm gonna wait about 45 seconds to a minute to put these on. Oh, these are actually very pretty and natural. All right, I'm gonna go finish up my other eye. All right, moving back to my face, I'm going to highlight and conceal with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. And I will also just clean up the edge of my eyeshadow with this. Alright, now I'm going to bake. Basically, I'm going to put a bunch of loose powder on all the places that I just put that concealer, and I'm just going to let it set there while I do the rest of like my contour and blush and stuff. And this just really locks in the concealer and foundation and makes it stay all day. So I'm going to do that using my RCMA No Color Powder. And I'm just going to put this on with the same sponge I was using. To set the rest of my face, I'm just going to use my Maybelline Fit Me powder, like usual. It's just in the shade Translucent, and just dab that everywhere else. For my contour, I'm using this Wet n Wild contouring palette, and I'm taking the shade right here, and I'm just using a Target Up and Up brush, and I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones. And make sure when you are blending your contour, you are blending it up instead of down so that your makeup doesn't start to look dirty. And then of course going on my forehead. Also, if you feel like you have a really big forehead, you can contour your forehead by putting a lot more bronzer or contour at the top. Take a little bit on the sides of my nose. And down my neck. Now I'm going to go back in with my loose powder, and I'm going to put this right underneath where I just contoured to clean it up. Now I'm going to brush away the rest of the baking powder. For blush, I'm going to use one of my old favorite blushes. This is Wet n Wild in Mellow Wine. I'm pretty sure they redid the packaging. I think they still have it. And it's super pigmented, so a little goes a very long way. And I just like to put this on the apples of my cheeks and then really brush it backwards. And I love this like rosy shade for like a really pretty bridal look. For a highlight, I'm taking ColourPop's Lunch Money. This is not as like super bright and out there as some of the other highlighters I own, which is kind of what I want because I don't want my highlight too poppin' on my wedding day. A little bit on my forehead, but of course down my nose. Now moving back to eyes, I am going to put a nude eyeliner in my waterline to really brighten up my eyes and make me look really awake. So I'm using this Rimmel Kohl eyeliner in 05 Nude. For my lower lash line, I'm going to start with this darkest shade that we used on the lid and a Morphe 432 brush. And I'm just going to pack that underneath my lower lash line. And once I have less on my brush, I will bring it in to the inner corner. Then I'm going to blend it out with this shade right here. Then I'm going to touch up the eyeliner on this lash, because I've already done this one, and just make sure that the lash band is hidden. Then I'm going to add another coat of mascara to my top eyelashes and my bottom. Alright, now I just went ahead and did my eyebrows using the NYX Eyebrow Gel in Blonde. For my eyebrow highlight and my inner corner highlight, I'm going to use an oldie but a goodie. This is the NYX Ultra Pearl in the shade White Pearl, I'm pretty sure. Alright, now I'm going to brush away this powder and see my super clean line. So I changed my mind. I think for my highlighter I'm going to go a little bit brighter. I'm going to take this Essence Pure Nude highlight in the shade Be My Highlight, which is a really weird shade. Now I'm going to set my face with my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. And finally for lips, I want something that's not too nude, but you can definitely like see it on my lips. So I'm going to take this Rimmel lipstick, which is the Kate Moss edition or something, and it's in 08. So I decided to change my lipstick just because I wasn't feeling it. just wasn't me. And I obviously gotta be me on my wedding day. So instead I'm gonna take this Hourglass lipstick in Peace. And then I'm gonna go over it with my NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie. I just threw my hair up in like a little bun, you know, to make it seem like an updo. But don't be fooled, my hair is soaking wet because I'm about to film another video and it's gonna be a hair one, which I've never done before. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to like or subscribe if you did. And I will see you on my next video. Bye.